Donald Trump on the Joe Rogan Experience. Really interesting stuff there.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Okay, so the interview that Joe Rogan's been avoiding to do with Donald Trump, he finally did. The interview that Kamala Harris just didn't want to do with Joe Rogan, Donald Trump did with Joe Rogan. And it was a good interview. Of course, Donald Trump as on point as ever. Nothing like what we say about Joe Biden can be found in Donald Trump. The incognitiveness, the suspicion of poop in his pants, none of that happened with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, unlike Joe Biden, is sharp as a tack. And these characters that claim that Joe Biden was sharp as a tack, well, if that was the case, they wouldn't be putting forth Kamala, who I like to call Kamala Harris. And anyway, first question was about how everyone adored Donald Trump. Everybody adored Donald Trump. He was on The View multiple times. Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg, Barbara Walters, all running up to Donald Trump like groupies, like screaming teenage groupies, running up to him, kissing him. Yay, yay, yay. They let Donald Trump put his arm around them, kiss their hair, like a father with his little teenage girl, like, oh, come here, and they turned venomous ever since that first announcement to become President of the United States, or to run for President of the United States. They turned on him like snakes, like Medusa herself. They got vicious, and it's uncalled for, it's unfair. But Donald Trump has had the odds against him numerous times. So yes, Joe Rogan even pointed out that Oprah was encouraging Donald Trump to run for president. Larry King, who Donald Trump once had to check on his bad breath there. Rest in peace, Larry King. I hope there's some Listerine up there in broadcast heaven. But, yeah, Oprah and Larry King encouraged him to run for president. But before that happened, a little personal story. My father worked as a bellman at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. I guess there was some kind of function where Donald Trump had to be there. And my late great father did actually meet Donald Trump face to face. He was having some sort of issues with Ed Koch at the time, I guess for building permits and things like that. Conversation went on to how the country's getting ripped off, how our government's letting the country get ripped off. as this very foreign-sounding ambulance goes by. So, conversation went on like that, okay? And Donald Trump, before they parted ways, my father told Donald Trump, you know what? You ought to run for president. That was in 1985. Before Oprah Winfrey, before Larry King. So, my father is the first person that I know of that suggested to Donald Trump to run for president of the United States. And, yeah. So there's a personal connection with Donald Trump right there. I'm assuming he's taken specifically my father's advice to run for president. And I say he was a good president and should be president again and should not have been cheated out of his second term. But we're going to fix that November 5th now. But we're not going to stop at president and vice president. Of course, J.D. Vance, unlike Tim Walz, is an actual man. And, yeah, we're not just going to vote for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance for president and vice president, respectively. This area that I live in, this wonderful area right here, the Gravesend, Bensonhurst area, South Brooklyn area, Bay Ridge, we have a congresswoman running for re-election. Very important to click that congressperson's vote. 11th district. If you live in the area, you want to vote for Nicole Maliotakis. You don't want a socialist Democrat slipping in there. Somebody like Max Rose that claims that he's not for defund the police, but he's part of the team that is. Silence is approval. Speaking of silence is approval, where is Kirsten Gillibrand to check the outrageous language that rolls off the tongue of Schmuck Schumer? Talking about the whirlwinds coming for Clarence Thomas and Brett Kavanaugh. Okay? Where is Kirsten Gillibrand to check him on that? To pull on his little lapel there and say, hey, Chucky, maybe you shouldn't say that. Maybe that sounds a little stupid to normal people. Silence is approval. That silence may as well be a rubber stamp. That's why I call Kirsten Gillibrand Rubber Stamp Gillibrand. But guess what? You have a chance to vote her out. She's up for re-election. You have a chance to vote her out. Mike Sapricone. Vote Mike Sapricone. Patriotic American. Patriotic American. And you're going to want to vote Mike Sapricone for New York Senator representing us in Washington, D.C. 17th District, State Senator. A man who is against this migrant camp masquerading as a homeless shelter that they want to build right around the corner from where I'm sitting right now. The man that's working feverishly against that is Steve Chan. Get him in as state senator, will you? Just get him in. We got trains and ambulances coming through. We got the elements trying to stop true patriotic Americans from making this broadcast. But like anybody else that is voting with the party of morality, which of course is the Republican Party, we got God on our side because we have a respect for God. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Please follow and share my content, especially this video. Stay strong and keep kicking that slang. It's your boy, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Too Tall.